Did you know that Pomni will turn into an abstraction in episode 2, causing despair and her gradual descent into insanity? In addition, Gooseworks responded that all the new characters in the circus are NPCs, and that the ghostly woman is named Martha Mildenhall. I'll cover the rest of her answers in this video, so watch the video until the end so you don't miss any important details. First, today, Gooseworks answered many of the questions fans had about the second episode. One fan asked about the scene with Kinger if Kinger should have been given a gun, to which he replied that it would have made sense in the context of the episode. What could that mean? What is the context? I think this is probably a reference to the Chess King game. One more question. Can you give us another random line from the next episode that can be taken out of context? And she wrote, "Do it. It's going to be epic." I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that's what Jax will say in episode 2. I can already imagine him saying it. Next question. Will all the new characters appear in episode 2, or will some appear in other episodes? Gooseworks responded that they are common in the series. Many people think that this dinosaur named Gummy Goo is some kind of cowboy, but Gooseworks wrote that he is not a cowboy, and we will learn more about him in the new episode. And considering the fact that it's her favorite character, and the fact that the new episode will be about a character we haven't met yet, the next episode will probably be about Gummy Goo. But Gooseworks once lied about Gangle being able to walk on water during a full moon. You must have been surprised, but that's not all. One fan asked, "Jack is afraid of corn because it reminds him of a farm. What happened on that farm to make him so scared?" To which they replied, "I may have lied about the farm, but what about Pomni? Because when they get to that place with Kinger and Jax, she will most likely start seeing ghosts and start having digital hallucinations that will eventually cause her to go insane and gradually become abstract. Or one of the ghosts attacks Pomni when we see a bright glow, and Kinger decides to save her, and most likely he doesn't hit Pomni, but the ghost that attacked Pomni. But if you watch the recent trailer for the second episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, you probably noticed that in it, the authors did not show us some of the old characters, namely Ragatha, Gangle, Zooble. So what happened to them? Are we not going to see them in the next episode, or did the writers just choose not to show them to us? My first theory is that maybe this candy princess isn't as good as she seems. Maybe she will become a villain and capture Ragatha, Gangle, Zooble, and Jax, Pomni, and Kinger will have to go on some mission to Candy Canyon to save their friends. And most likely, it will be another adventure of Caine. Radha, Gangle, Zooble, while in captivity, can gradually go crazy and gradually become abstract. But what about the rooms of our characters, and especially Pomni? Will they be the only refugees from Caine's eyes? No, as Gooseworks said that Caine will be observing and appearing in the characters' rooms enough to keep an eye on their possible plans. And she also wrote that Caine may constantly have such terrible ideas as she herself. But what's really interesting is that all the new characters are significantly different from those already in Digital Circus. We are used to seeing 6 main characters, some of whom resemble a toy like Radha. We know about 2 clowns, Pomni and Kaufmo, animals, and chess pieces. But in the new trailer, we are shown characters that do not look like us. Some of them resemble a monster, and some do not evoke associations at all. But what is the location of the new characters? I think you have already watched the trailer and know about the new location in Digital Circus. It's called Candy Canyon Kingdom. The very name of this place suggests that it will remind us of candies and lollipops. And yes, I think you guessed it. This is a new character location that Caine created. Caine, as an artificial intelligence, should diversify the lives of the characters of the Digital Circus. And so he came up with the idea of creating such a kingdom. There is a possibility that all 8 new characters are AIs like Caine. Perhaps he created them to fill space. But everything could turn out in the most unexpected way. And I'm scared of Caine in the episode 2 trailer. Apparently, he became much more aggressive towards Pomni, telling her to shut up and also taking her face and pulling it. She doesn't know what to expect from him. I really hope that in the future, Caine can gain her trust and not intimidate her. But even I don't know what to expect from Caine. Remember this moment right here when we're shown Jax behind the fast food counter. A huge white hand caresses him. However, it very aggressively strokes him with such force that Jax bends over. I looked at Caine's hands, and they look exactly the same. So Jax is being led by Caine here. From the pilot episode, we learned that Jax is used to mocking the other heroes of the circus. However, such behavior probably hides some psychological problems inherent in every circus participant. It's likely that Caine, knowing about this problem in Jax, deliberately sent him to serve at a fast food restaurant where employees are supposed to be polite and friendly to customers, not rude and mocking. This will be a real test for Jax, who will have to acquire new qualities that are definitely not his own. And by the way, one fan asked if all 6 main characters would be working for minimum wage, to which Gooseworks intriguingly replied that we'll have to wait and see for ourselves. I also understand that fans can't wait for the new episode to come out, where they will learn a lot and find answers to all their questions. And since the episode will be in May, we don't have long to wait. But what can the second episode have to do with depression, when in the trailer itself, we saw a beautiful location and colorful characters? And what is this tape recorder for? As Gooseworks said, it's an NPC. I have an interesting theory about this tape recorder. The thing is, most likely, this tape recorder is also in the haunted house, since the location is also very dark and creepy. And maybe he will be some kind of spy who will eavesdrop on the dialogues and conversations of our old heroes. But why does he do it, you may ask? The answer is simple. Most likely he was made for this, and he will report all the news to the owner of the haunted house. And most likely, as we discussed, it will be this lady in the hat. Therefore, each location will have a different host. In addition, one of the future locations will be an unfinished stadium concept, which Caine was shy to show. Will he remain in the classic circus and not be in new locations? Most likely yes, since each location, like I said, will have its own overseer. Or Caine could create some kind of AI-based overseer for the Candy Canyon location, since theoretically he can program this new character as easily as he can program yourself. So Caine may not appear at all in the Candy Canyon location. Another interesting thing in the trailer is when Caine talks about ship wars. What does Caine mean by this? In my opinion, this is a reference to the fact that if there are so many new characters in a new episode, imagine how many content farm channels will start taking these characters and producing their content in thumbnails and videos that have no meaning whatsoever. And Caine refers to the fact that there is nothing they can do about these channels. You might be thinking, what's the problem? How can these channels hurt Digital Circus? On the contrary, they promote their shows. After all, you can see a lot of the fan art she reposts on Gooseworks' social media channels, and she probably really likes the fan art. The trailer also features a mini ad for their products selling Digital Circus character toys. Even Caine turns into one of the toys, so now they have created this store. But if they had made it before the fleshed out episode came out, imagine how much profit they could have made. Well, today I gave a lot of details about the second episode of the amazing Digital Circus and its possible plot. But let me know some of your theories in the comments, and I can cover them in a video. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and hit that like button on this video.